Okay, Deb says we're live.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. We are back in regular session at this point in time. We're gonna open it up to guests and public participation. When we finish this part, then we will go into business. And that will be strictly board discussion at that point after guests and public participation. At this time, we would like to have Megan House of the WEDCO director talk to us about a tax abatement for ABC.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yep, well, thank you guys for having me here this evening to talk about Alton Low Brink and Company. I know Bill has passed around the formal notification, which will review all the scope of the entire project in there as well. What we will be requesting of the board is to, one, approve the donation agreement, but also waive the 45-day waiting period as listed in there. So I will just kind of go through the basic scope of what Alton Low Brink is looking at doing. For those of you who don't know, Alton Low Brink is formerly known as True Fast. So we're doing good calling them their proper name of Alton Low Brink, or ABC is what I'll refer to the company as. So for those of you who don't know, just quickly, we are seeking a tax abatement for this company. So through the Williams County Enterprise Zone Program, the abatement will effectively freeze the property tax on the new real estate investment. So you think building only is what you can freeze the taxes on at the rate that it stands today prior to the investment being made. So there are specific terms that we have to follow per the state of Ohio. So a tax abatement doesn't go on forever and ever. There is time periods that we will go through. So ABC, formerly known as True Fast, in conjunction, as you'll see on the copy of the agreement, I brought a couple more copies of the Enterprise Zone Agreement draft for you guys to look over as you need to tonight. Also a copy of the donation agreement and a copy of the application. There's a few copies of each in a stack, which I can leave here and you guys can reference as you need to.
They have it.
Oh, you have them?
Yes.
I'll leave those there in case you want to grab any of those this evening. Just wanted to make sure you guys had all of the information on hand. So as you'll see in that draft of the agreement, there is, you'll notice that you'll see KLJ Limited Partnership on there as well. So this tax abatement is actually in conjunction because there's a triple net lease set up between the two companies, which is why we have to include both the companies party to this agreement. So ultimately, what matters to you guys into ABC is that ABC is the company responsible for the school donation portion and the administrative fees related to the tax abatement. So we will be seeking a 100% tax abatement over 15 years, which follow the state maximum terms and guidelines. So a copy of the enterprise zone agreement was submitted last week with only a couple minor changes. Thank you for with as many eyes as was on it, we missed one of the address, Ohio and state. We flipped those.
You're
those
lucky
around,
I
so.
picked up on that.
Yeah, the company didn't even see that, so appreciate that very much. Those little things are just as important. So that was edited, and the amendment date to the enterprise zone program, that's kind of one of those very fine details that we had to edit in there to show that the area that we're looking at is within the zone. So just going a little bit of background on that. So the land, a portion of the land that they're putting the building on was annexed back in 2015. That was all done properly. We recently had to go through the process of petitioning to state to expand the enterprise zone boundaries. This had to be done in order for the company to even pursue the program because the boundaries of the program remained static that the day that the program was implemented. So back in 1993, when that program was implemented, the boundaries stay as it was that day. So if any land is annexed in after that, you have to go through a process of petitioning the state of Ohio to include those boundaries in your program, which basically means a lot more paperwork for us to make sure the company can get the benefit that we would like them to have. So wanted to just go over the kind of the scope of the project, investment, job creation, and school donation agreement, and the estimates related to this project with you all. And I can take questions this evening. If you have any questions afterwards, you can reach out to me. I did leave one of my cards in case later on when you're going through it, you think of any other questions, please feel free to contact me. Phone or email is fine. So A little bit about the project description. So the company is proposing to construct a 64,000 square foot facility to house packaging operations for their fastener manufacturing. So this space is going to be used for the raw and finished material storage associated with their pack line, and will be all automated, semi-automated, and manual packaging operations. So this new space is going to include growth for additional investment in employee growth, job creation, and machine capital for expected growth. So the facility will also hold associated office space for current office administration and space for those additional employees. So the company does plan to go vertical with their construction in late June or July when the building materials get here, but they have started some of the groundwork as they're allowed to. As long as they don't go vertical, we're all okay. So whenever those building materials come in, we'll have this process wrapped up and they'll be able to start their building this summer. So it's very exciting stuff for the company. So we expect that the company estimates the building to be completed by December 31st of this year. So pretty quick build for the company. Really want to get up and running quickly. So a little bit about the investment. So the estimated maximum cost of the building new construction is about $4.5 million right now. The maximum total investment, including the machinery and equipment, the furniture and fixtures, and the building in total wrapped in a bow is about $7.9 million. So very good size investment here in the village of Pioneer. When it comes to job creation, this is another interesting piece of this project. So the company currently has 25 employees on site in Pioneer. So with this one, of course, it's not straightforward job creation. So they have a facility in Bryan, and Bryan's going to decrease a net of 40 positions because 60 will be moving from Bryan to Pioneer, and 20 will be added to Bryan after the move. So Pioneer will increase a net of 90 positions, 60 from Bryan, and 30 new positions added on, making the new total number headcount in Pioneer about 145. So pretty big uptick from where they're at today, which hence the parking lot that they're also building by the facility is greatly needed for the company. So there's a reason that the relocation of jobs from Bryan to Pioneer has to happen in this scenario. This is something we don't typically see, but the company is going to be moving 3 automated pack lines, 8 semi-automated pack machines, and 7 manual packaging machines. And then we'll also be adding 2 new automated packaging machines to the Pioneer facility. So all that machinery with those jobs is all moving to this location, hence the relocation of jobs. So that being said, we had another fun step we had to add into the process, and we had to get a special waiver from the state of Ohio in order to move forward with this tax abatement locally, because job relocation within a county is something that's typically not incentivized without a good reason. In this case, the company is landlocked at the Bryan facility. They have no intentions to close that facility. They have some other really cool plans for new office spaces in the future down the line. So we'll fully continue to utilize Bryan, but also they can't have the growth if they don't do it here in Pioneer as well. So we had to go through a process of getting a special waiver, which was approved by the state of Ohio that said, yes, we can give this company incentive, even though there is a relocation of jobs within the county. So kind of interesting, but all in all, great growth for the village of Pioneer. Now, when it comes to the school donation and estimates, what we went with, our baseline for all of our agreements is our typical 35% of the savings donated to the local school district and 4% to Ford County. So this school donation agreement that I sent over reflects the 15-year term at the 35% of the savings donated back to the school. The original estimates we had in the auditors based on the original investment we had is based on a $4 million investment. So it's looking like it's going to take a little higher than that, which is good news because that percentage rate will also uptick. So it's better to get lower sometimes for the company's sake. So annually, the estimated donation based on $4 million investment is around $29,000 a year donated back to the school. Over that full term of 15 years, that's a little over $436,000 to North Central Schools. So very good size savings for the schools, but also great donation to the school district. So I left all of my notes with all this information. I left this with Bill in case you didn't catch something you want to ask him. He has all of my notes on this. So as I said earlier, we'd like to request that you waive the 45-day waiting period so we can move forward efficiently for the company because they're very anxious to get building. And we've had to wait on all these specials, waivers and petitions. So we've been kind of ready to pull the trigger, but we've had to wait because of all the extra paperwork we've had to do. So appreciate your time. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.
It's actually under our resolutions, under my recommendation, it'd be number 3 later on when we get to that. It'll be, and then I can sign it, get back to you.
Yep, and I actually have to come back to Pioneer this week, so I
Okay.
can swing by here.
Swing by and I'll make sure. you
Pick up all that stuff. But like I said, if you have any questions, I did leave all my contact information here for you guys, so please feel free to reach out anytime.
Very good.
Thank you for your
Thank you,
presentation.
yeah. Thank you for bringing us to light. and Definitely thank ABC for,
They
Doing
felt
the
very strongly
investment
about
into
supporting
the
school
district.
districts, so it makes it easy to negotiate with the company when they say, yep, we want to do it.
Yeah.
Here we go, and we've had the chance to look over some other agreements from some other counties with the schools, and I can't believe what other counties do, but the company wants to make sure they compensate the school fairly for, since it's freezing your property tax, that 35%. When other counties, they're like, how can you do that? But the company sees that, they want to support your school district, so they want to make sure you're fairly compensated and you can do with the money what you guys need to do for the school.
And we feel very fortunate with all of our enterprise zone agreements. All the good companies in our district that have done them, so we're very thankful. Very helpful and very thankful.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, we could make this, the company made it so easy because they said, yep, there's always 2 options. If you do a 75% abatement, you don't have to do that school donation piece. You get a lesser abatement, lesser timeline, but if you do the 100%, you can make your donations to the schools to compensate them, and it's really a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited about it. Glad to have them moving more into Pioneer for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you again for all your time.
If you guys have any questions, like I said, reach out to me. Happy to help.
We will. We absolutely will.
This one's a pretty easy one. New building, machinery, equipment jobs. Great.
That's great.
And eager to get started.
Yes.
Mhm.
They would have started putting the building up yesterday if they had the material.
I'm sure.
Okay. Any other guests, which I realize there's only 2 other people here. You got a speech later on anyway, so. Mr. Fiddler, you have anything you want to say tonight?
Nope.
That was pretty crisp. Appreciate that.
Just hiding again. See?
All right, then, treasurer's report, I believe, is next on the agenda.
I've got 5 different items on the report tonight. The first item, letter A, minutes from the April 20th regular meeting. Item B, financial statements and investments from April. I'm going to skip over C and come back. Item D, approve the usage of our ESSER 2 funds for cafeteria and technology salaries and benefits for 2020, 2021. And also cafeteria and technology salaries for 21-22. I know that's something we have talked about that we were going to do. We just thought, Bill and I thought it was good to have it put on the agenda for approval from the board. Item E, approve appropriation additions that are listed there. 2 funds in the general fund, capital outlay and miscellaneous items for just over $2,000. And then other funds, we've got some grant funds, student wellness and success for $120. Miscellaneous state grant fund for $1,977.86. The ESSER 1 funds, $25,632.53. And Title I, $7,988.86 for a total in other funds of $35,719.25. And then I will go back to item C, which is approving our 5-year forecast for the fiscal year 21 May submission. We do this every October and every May, each fiscal year. You guys do have this attachment in your packets. You will notice probably that this forecast has changed quite a bit since the approval in October. We've had a lot of things change since then. the COVID monies that we received from our townships in our district and also our ESSER funds that we have received. They've been a tremendous help in allowing us to offset some of our general fund costs, salaries, and benefits. So we have had significant change in those line items. You'll see 3.01 there. You'll see the salaries dropping for this fiscal year, and even still staying lower next fiscal year compared to fiscal year 2020. That is due to the offsets from the COVID and ESSER monies that we are using. So you'll see the large increase though then in 23 going back up, anticipating not having those ESSER funds anymore. So yes, those are one-time monies. We are also going to see a little bit of additional state funding. We have been told in the next couple of years that will be on line 1.035, our unrestricted state grants in aid. You can see that line increasing slightly over the next few years, and then I have it slightly just decreasing in 24 and 25 as we don't know what will happen after those, the 2 years that we do know about. So, but we do have a little bit of an increase there that you can see on your forecast as well. I already mentioned 3.01, which shows the offset for the COVID and ESSER. Line 6.01, you can see our excess revenues over expenditures. I believe this fiscal year in the last forecast was projected as deficit spending. We did last year by $91,000, and now you can see that there is no projection for deficit spending until fiscal year 24. So we have that in 24 and 25. But we do have a cash balance at the end of the 5 years, a little bit over $2 million. That is on line 7.02 there. $2,013,461. So again, just a significant change from our last forecast due to unforeseen things that we had come with all this money that's been given due to COVID. We do have a couple other things that possibly might change us even more by October when I do the forecast again. We just heard Megan sharing with ABC coming in. There's possibility of some other abatements possibly too that's going to bring in some money to the district. So I guess we'll see where those go, but it could change things significantly even more with that. So again, come October, this forecast could look even better than it does now. So hopefully by October, we'll know a little bit more. But right now, the financial position of the district is looking very good in the short term. So we hope that we continue to see that as we keep getting more great news on things coming to Pioneer and that help out the district. So that is all I had on the forecast, unless you guys have any specific questions related to any part of it or anything that I wasn't clear on.
Any questions, comments? I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll move.
I have a motion by Tim. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Anthony. Call the roll, Mr. Schmelter.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Superintendent's report.
I have an addendum to add for the consent agenda. I just want to remind everybody. Everybody should have it. So, it's on the desk here. It's an addendum for the consent agenda, Heather Hall for summer intervention instructor. That was like that. Secondly, I want to thank Deb Myers and Travis Creek. I don't know if you noticed, we have this new camera here called an OWL camera, and it allows us not to have to log into Zoom. And so we can sit here and have this meeting like this. So, I mean, it's a step forward in what you guys had requested. So I think this is, I mean, if this is suffice, I think this will work going into the future. We'll see how it goes. Just an update on the numbers as of Friday, the 14th, we had 605. Last month, we were at 603, so we're up 2. We were at 627 at the end of May of 2020, so we're still down some numbers. Item number 2 on my update was the levy from May. levy update from May 4th, we were in a deadlock at 308 to 308. The Board of Elections met this afternoon, earlier this afternoon, and the 3 absentee ballots were not returned, so that was one possibility we had. 2 provisionals were voted on today that were open, and both of them were no's, so that gives us 2 extra no's. It makes it 308 to 310. We do have an automatic recount because we have 49.84% to 50.16% against. So that's 0.32, so that's less than 1/2 of 1%. So therefore, there will be a recount and it will be done within a week. But I would like to point out that we have turned our 42% to 58 against to almost deadlocked, 50-50. So I do appreciate anybody that supports us, and it does show support for the school, and we really appreciate it. And the recount we'll know in 7 days, so I don't know what that's going to turn out. But as of right now, we are down by, we would need 3 yes votes to go, because a tie is still considered a failure. So it would be, we need 3 different votes. I don't know that will happen. I don't know how that, how the recount will be, but we'll know in a week. So just want to give you guys an update. Calamity Day update. It's been over 2 months of 20 minutes added back to the day. So we started on March 15th, and it's now May 18th. And we've already made up 13 hours and 20 minutes, and we're going to get up to the 15 that we needed to by the end of the next, we got 7 more days. So we will have our time made up. It's been very good. We haven't had any more delays or cancellations. Well, I know there's a chance for fog yet, but so just wanted to update everybody about that. COVID-19, we still spent about 111,000 as of today. Our positive cases as of May 18th are 54 total in the district. April, last board meeting, it was 49, so we've had a few more. March, it was 49, so there was a little less. February 48, January 42, in December we had 25, so we're at a total of 54. I was at my business advisory update, and I put the minutes in there for you to look at, and we had the minutes from the March 9th meeting, and the most recent meeting was May 11th, and they did a business spotlight. I thought was really interesting. The Gherkin companies came and did a presentation, and what I've noticed in the business spotlights that we get on these business advisory councils, that everybody comes in and they're looking for workers and looking for ways to get into the school. So I was hoping maybe we can get one of our places from Pioneer maybe to go do one of these. I'm going to try to see, because next year we've already scheduled 4 meetings for next year. They're quarterly. We've got one in September, December, March, and May, and I'm going to see if maybe I can get one of the companies to maybe come and do a presentation for this business advisory committee, which consists of 4 counties. They're really interesting meetings. What's that?
I said, I can help you with that.
Yes,
We'll
and-
talk after,
yeah.
because I also serve on
Yeah.
that, so usually they work with the EDs to schedule the
Yes.
businesses, but
I would like to get somebody from our,
I've got some
Right here.
ideas for you.
okay, well, let's see if we can do that for one of those meetings. I'll
Yeah.
volunteer between you and I. So I just wanted to say that the businesses that come there, it's been fascinating. Student fees for next year will remain at $25 for 2021, 22. There'll be no change there. I wanted to do a cafeteria update, just to remind everybody of our cafeteria, the exciting news. The Eagle Cafeteria at North Central has been informed that the seamless summer funding has been extended for 21-22. That means all North Central students are eligible for no-cost breakfast and lunch for next year. I think that is that is such a great thing for our families and our students, to make sure that they are entitled to a breakfast and a lunch every day. It kind of evens the playing field. That doesn't mean kids aren't going to spend money, as you know, because they can buy extras, and we are selling ice cream and all kinds of different things that they like to buy. The meal must be an eligible meal, full tray, not just a single part. Single items such as milk, piece of pizza, have to be charged as an à la carte purchase. So kids are still using money. And Rob Taylor is available. He's constantly putting his email out there and number. Also, we still need all the families to fill out the free and reduced forms for 21-22, because this will then allow kids to waive a student fee of $25. This does not include computers at the high school, but what it does is if you fill the form out and you qualify, then you don't have to pay the $25. So I want to encourage everybody to do that as well. The cheerleaders, just want to let everyone know that our cheerleaders are going to go trying for cheer camp June 14th through the 16th, and they're not going overnight. They're going to go there and back. So I just want the board aware that that's happening. Next month, we're going to have Mr. Sam Hutchinson come here, and he's going to do a game club proposal for us. He wants to talk about the school tabletop gaming club. And I actually have sent you guys that, and he's going to come in person, and he's really excited to do so in June to talk about his proposal. He'll come to the June 29th meeting, and then, let's see. A reminder, baccalaureate guest speaker will be Rex Stump, which I personally know Rex, known him for years. That'll be Wednesday, May 26th. 2021 at 7 o'clock. Graduation will be Sunday, May 30th at 2 p.m. And the next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, June 29th at 6:30. And that's my report.
Thank you. Mr. Moore?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay, Mr. Hannick?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Just a few updates from the elementary. State testing in the district in our building started about the first part of April 7th, 8th, and we just finished it up the other day. So once again, another year of testing in the books, and that information will be submitted to the state, and we'll look for results here in the spring. But a big thanks to the teachers, all the staff, all the support staff for their efforts, and obviously the students. Well, all we can ask them to do is do their best each and every day, and I think they did a fine job with testing this year. Kindergarten screening took place a few days ago, and every year I'm tweaking the process a little bit, but we screened 33 students. And while the students were being screened with the staff, the parents completed enrollment paperwork with Mrs. Eustace. So they completed their online enrollment, which I thought was a great idea. And I want to thank Mrs. Eustace for her efforts. But 33 students were screened. And once we get the roster set, we'll talk to those families and let them know what home rooms they're in and whatnot. But we have a large Young 5 classroom from Mrs. Feller. So I'm anticipating about 13, 14 in each section of kindergarten next year. Summer school, we're going to have a summer school at the beginning of next school year. We're going to get started on the 2nd of August. That's a Monday, and run it for 9 days. Talking to Miss Blue, our summer school coordinator. We got about 31 students signed up at this time, about 4 staff members. So that's a ratio of about 8 to 1 with regards to staff to students. So we'll get going a couple hours in the mornings right before school starts to get them ready for the start of the school year. We did have a field day with Mr. Hutchison, 1st grade through 6th grade. It was a great time. He did a wonderful job setting the activities up. I participated as a staff member. Mr. Hannick did as well. But the students had a great time, and they spent about an hour and a half in various activities. And the highlight at the end was tug of war between the 2 classes, and also water balloon toss. So it was real good, and we're glad we got that done and out of the way. With regards to the field day, Miss Gillespie, she's been working with the students with regards to taping performances and whatnot for the 1st graders, 2nd graders. I know she's been working in the gymnasium. She's been working out in the parking lot, but we're going to get those posted as well. But the kids are working hard with various activities in the music department, and Miss G is going to get those on the webpage for parent viewing. Staff appreciation was about a week and a half ago, and from the board, from the cafeteria staff, Also, the Eagle Pride Committee, we had some family members, community members come on in and give the staff members some gifts and tokens of appreciation. So we definitely appreciate that, appreciate the staff during staff appreciation, which is about a week and a half ago. We did have a little, I'm sure some of the students told you there with Shane sitting there, but we did have DJ Gary come this past Friday. It was a beautiful Friday, and he played some music for the kids out by the concession stand. So it was a good way to wrap up the year, and they always enjoy having him there. But we did have it outside this year, and it was nice to have him come and play some music for the kids there Friday afternoon. There's going to be a staff employment recommendation of Lexi Bly here in a little bit from Mr. Hannock. And I just want to mention that Lexi's been here a couple of years as an aide. She does an outstanding job. She's well respected by the staff. She works extremely well with our students. And I think she's going to be a great addition to the teaching staff here at North Central. And finally, just about the year, it's every year is challenging, but a big thanks to the teachers, the staff, our parents for this. It's been a different year, without question, much different year. But all in all, it was a real good school year, and I appreciate everyone's efforts. Any questions for me?
Anyone?
Nice job, Andy.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thanks.
Mrs. Roosevelt.
Thank you. Can now everybody hear? Okay, all right. We had a concert a week ago, about a week, well, no, 2 days ago, the band concert. What an outstanding job that the kids did. I stopped into the junior high and the high school band and I just told them I was so proud of them because it's been a year with challenges. You'll notice if you were at the band concert, they had their masks on and we were in the varsity gym and we were spread out, but the kids loved it. They were nervous because they had not performed all year, but it was just so much fun to actually see them display the talent that they have. I loved it. We are having this next Sunday at 2:00 is the vocal concert. Now it's going to be in the auditorium. It's a little smaller venue, but it's smaller amount of kids also, but it's at 2:00. I can't wait because I've been listening to them practice. I don't know how Mr. Halutke gets 4-part harmony with the number of students that we have, but it sounds beautiful. I am so proud of them. Talked a little bit about graduation. It is May 30th. I sent out to senior parents a letter today explaining the procedure, the tickets, the whole thing about May 30th and what we need to do. It also got posted on Facebook, and I saw it on our web homepage. So it's out there. Board, I'd like to have you there around 1:00 if at all possible. So you'll be in the Eagle Room, and then we'll proceed down to the varsity gym, just like we have done in the past. A few different things this year, but we'll get to that later. Honors Award ceremony is then Monday night, next Monday night, the 24th at 6:30 in the auditorium. Invitations have been sent out to the parents of all those students who are going to receive an award. Mr. Hannock already talked about baccalaureate. That's at 7 on the 26th. On the 24th, which is again Monday, I'm going to have a junior high awards, 4th quarter awards program. It's in the afternoon, and we're going to start at 2:00 approximately. This is like for their fundraiser where they sold things, and we'll be giving away some gifts and things like that for that. The junior high did not get to have any dances or anything this year. So we felt that it was important to at least reward them. I mean, it's been trying for these kids. They've struggled through it. They've had some challenges. We all have. But what we thought on the 27th, the very last day of school, we're going to go through 4 classes, the 1, 3, 5, 7, like we normally do at Thursday. I shortened them for the junior high. And then at 11:00, our junior high kids, the 7th and 8th grade, all of them are going to get to go to the gym. We're going to have stuff set up like, oh, I don't know, like, okay, I think I just, are you still hearing me? Because I clicked out of it.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. You don't need to see me. So we're gonna have games and some refreshments and just some things where the kids can, we'll have one room with table games, and we're gonna have badminton set up. We'll have some what do they call it? The ball games that the kids play, but just spike ball, but just some things for the kids to play. And that'll be from 11 to 12:30, at which time they'll go to lunch, and then at 1 o'clock we're dismissed. The band will be participating in the Memorial Day parade. As a matter of fact, they were outside today practicing marching. On April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd, many of our students participated in Virgil's Wedding, which was a short play, drama play. It was a comedy. Kids were so good, even with all the challenges of kids being absent, kids being sick, whatever. They just did a great job. And I want to give a special shout out to a couple of my seniors. I'm going to miss them because they do all the background stuff like this, the sound and setting things up for us, like for when we do award ceremonies, etc. And they set all this stuff up. Travis Schmunk and Michaela Myers, they are there. I mean, all I have to do is say, hey guys, can we do this? And they're there. Very special. They worked with the play. They do a lot of stuff for us. And that's all I have.
Any questions or comments for Mr. Roseland?
I just want to tell you, Marcia, that the play I went on that Saturday, and I also went to the band concert. Both of them were very well done.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was there on Friday and Sunday. You covered me on Saturday, but I am so proud of these kids because, you know, to practice and to not even know if you're going to be able to do it and what's going to come up. It's just, these kids are so resilient, and the staff has been absolutely just wonderful to working with the kids, working with me. Yeah, we've messed some things up this year. Things have not gone just 100% like we planned, but everybody has just been so I don't know the word I want to use. I've just been very excited. Yeah, we've had challenges, but overall, it's been an awesome year. And that's what I told the senior parents. It's just, I'm going to miss these kids. It's hard.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Marcia, I got one thing, and it's kind of a board option too, on graduation. I was curious what the board thought. My thoughts of giving these seniors the most normal graduation they can possibly have. As everybody knows, the governor removed all health orders June 2nd. Obviously graduation is on the 3rd. I'm not opposed to no mask mandating. Governor's own words, everyone can now control their own health and their own destiny.
That's kind of funny, Anthony, because, and this is strictly just me, but I bought every kid a mask that says NC graduating class of 21. So whether we wear them or not, I don't care. I mean, it's up to you guys. That's a board thing.
I don't find it to be mandatory anymore, personally. If they want to wear them for a moment when they're walking in or something to create some humor, so be it. But I'd like to just see them get to be kids.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Let's let them have one normal thing. I mean, their junior year was screwed up, their senior years.
But if they want to use it as a joke and the humor thing, I mean, you'll be there with them for rehearsal.
Yeah, I'll have to make them for rehearsal. We're still in school that day on the 25th, but it's up to you guys. I bought them for the kids because at the time when I bought them, I thought they would need them. So we'll do whatever you guys tell us to do.
I'm saying don't wear them.
Okay.
But if they want to do it as a joke at the beginning or the end, so be it. But
some of them will.
Yeah, if they wanna wear them, because they wanna wear them.
That's fine.
If
Exactly,
families-
but I don't think we should make it mandatory.
Okay. As I said, whatever the board wants, that's fine. What about audience? They're, so far schools, it says we're still supposed to.
I don't want to make it mandatory
make it
across the board.
Okay, all right.
Kid seating, doing group seating. That's
Yeah, I'm
my
gonna have group seating.
decision, you know, yeah, it's in violation a little bit, but I just want our kids to go out with a
3
A
days
normal
later,
feeling,
3 days
they made
later,
it.
or 2 days later, it's
Right.
gonna be okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Cause I said so.
All right. I'm good.
All right. Anything else? Mr. Wildlight, finally, your turn, buddy.
All right, so, spring sports are getting wrapped up, so junior high track finished May 6th. They had their BBC track meet in not the greatest of weather. And we had, neither team had a ton of kids, but we had some individuals do well. Amara Wright was third in the high jump, and then we had a 4x200 team of Caden King, Talon Denstent, Aiden Walls, and Aiden Nicloy was second. So we had some individuals do very well at that meet. And high school track, they had their league meet last Saturday. The girls were third in the BBC, which is very impressive for how few girls we actually were able to compete. We have one who's injured. And the boys were sixth. And then we had some very good individual finishes as well. Joe Burt won the high jump. And on the girls' side, Maria Cruz won the 800. And then we had a bunch of second place finishers. Alexia Miller in the 200 meters, Maria Cruz in the 1600, Katie Tomlin in the 300 hurdles, Cassidy Failer in the pole vault, and our 4x400 team of Katie Tomlin, Maria Cruz, Gracia Dominguez, and Martha Marmolejo were second as well. So we had some really good finishes there at the league meet. Their district meet starts tomorrow at Ayersville. It's 2 separate days. And so it's semifinals and some finals for field events and the 4x8 tomorrow. And then the finals for everything will be on Friday. So hoping to see if we can get any kids come out. We have a couple that have a decent shot at going to regionals based off their times coming in. So hopefully we have some good results there over the next few days. High school baseball, their record is currently 13-10. They finished with a 9-3 record in the BBC. They had a sectional game tonight with Hilltop and they won 11-1, which means they will now play Thursday at Pettisville at 5 in the sectional final. So wishing them good luck there, and you're done with regular season games. So all you have left is tournament. So hopefully they'll be playing for a little bit longer. High school softball, their record is 12-13 after tonight. They actually lost to Hilltop in the district semifinals tonight. They were over at Bryan. And they have a league record of 6-5. They have one more regular season game left just because they couldn't get it made up because their tournament started earlier. So they'll be playing at Montpelier on Friday to finish up their regular season. But they did win sectional finals, and I'm going to do something dangerous here and speculate about history, because I was thinking about that volleyball, basketball, and softball all won sectional titles this year, and I got curious if that had ever happened before, and I'll blame Hutch on this because he's the one who's put together all these records, but which is, I'm very thankful that he did that. But I was looking back, and maybe in 1982, 1983, we had it happen before where we had all 3 teams win a sectional title in the same year. And we are missing some stuff in the 90s, but if it's happened, it hasn't happened very often, and there's a chance it's never happened before. And if someone out there knows that it has happened before, please let me know and correct me. But I just thought that was a really cool thing just to kind of show team success in multiple sports on the girls' side, and hopefully boys baseball will add another sectional title and we can have 4 of those in the same year. So just kind of a accomplishment for the girls this year, and we actually had 2 different girls who were on all 3 teams, which is a pretty cool thing. And then one last thing, I don't know why I haven't mentioned this before, other than just forgetting. We had 2 people get recognized as All Ohio Awards this year. Kendall Bonnie was All Ohio Volleyball honorable mention, and Madison Brown was All Ohio Basketball honorable mention. So their pictures will be going out in that hallway outside the varsity gym. And I just would like to thank Lori Moore at this time, because she's been a huge help on this, and thankfully she does the pictures, because if I was framing them, it wouldn't look very well. But actually she's helping redesign it all, because we have a great problem of having too many people to fit on that wall the way we've done it. So she's helping make sure it still looks good, but making sure we're recognizing people. And there's a few people that we're hopefully going to get up on that wall that have been long overdue to be up there. And when we do get them up there, we'll get that posted. I don't want to say before it happens, just in case anything falls through, but we've been working at getting pictures of people who had that honor but have not been on the wall for whatever reason. So I'd just like to thank her for all the help she's done with that and getting things done and making sure they look nice in the way that we do it down there.
Talking about that wall, are we gonna get back into the Hall of Fame? I know we didn't do that this year, correct?
Yeah, the plan is to do that next year, so start looking at nominations again and getting that information out there, and then hopefully having another ceremony like we have in the past before a boys basketball game.
Thank you.
Anything else from Mr. Wildlife? All right, thank you. Recommendations by the superintendent, graduation requirements for the class of 2021. For the resolution to approve the legislature that extends graduation flexibility for the class of 2021. Do I hear a motion? A motion by Anthony. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Lee. Questions, comments? Mr. Smelter, roll call, please.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer.
Yes. MOU contract addendum between the North Central Board of Education and the North Central Education Association regarding the modification of ED 44 and ED 45 for ticket sellers additional because of basically football,
More games, yes.
more games. But
So, yeah, that's what we came up
I
with.
mean, we created that for
We
that
created
reason.
that so that we'll have fair for ED 44 and ED 45 based on the number of contests.
Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
I have a motion by Tim. Second,
I'll second.
second by Shane. Question, comment? Roll call, please.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Number 3, Anatole Brink and Company and KLJ Partnership Enterprises Zone Agreement.
That was what she presented.
That's what she's waiting
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll move.
I have a motion by Shane. Do I hear a second? Tim? Questions, comments? Call roll, Mr. Smelter?
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane.
Yes.
Ready? Oh, that did not include the waiver, did it? Or did it?
No, 45 days.
I was to add a 3A then. Let's just say waiver on the enterprise zone agreement.
Folks have to wait for 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah. To waive the 45-degree, the 45-day wait. Do I have a motion? Have a motion by Anthony,
Second.
seconded by Lee. Call roll, please.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes,
Shane.
Yes.
thank you. I look forward to see it all of a sudden start. We'll cut that quickly, hopefully we included it. Next is administrative contract for Rob Taylor, cafeteria supervisor for 4 years, starting July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2026. Do I hear a motion?
Um,
Have a motion by Anthony. Do I hear a second? Second by Tim. Questions, comments?
I think Rob's doing a great job in there and trying new things and moving the cafeteria in the right direction for sure.
Always keeping energy and enthusiasm, that's for sure.
Yep.
And a lot of pride.
Yes, it does.
Call roll, please.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
And second administrative contract is to extend the administrative contract of Eric Smelter, treasurer, for 4 years from August 1st, 2022 through July 31st, 2026. Do I have a motion? I got Lee, second by Tim. I hope I'm around long enough to give you another one. I'll just say that. Call roll, please.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Thank you, board.
Thank you.
Again, another person with a lot of pride.
Absolutely. Does a great job.
Next, we go to the consent agenda, which is employments for teachers.
Yeah, these are their contracts. So some of them are getting 1 year, some of them are getting 2 years.
Correct.
Based on the negotiated agreement where they're at. So that's a list of all those. And then we got summer adult custodians. We have 2. One is gonna be for 20 hours or less a week. So we've got 1 that will be working full-time. And then there's the EDs that are the non-head coaching. And some of them are like study table.
And that is the section where we've got the addendum
Yes.
to add Heather
Yes,
Hall,
exactly.
ED 85, correct?
Yes, exactly.
In the certified section,
Yes.
as well as then we also have
And you have-
classified employees.
Yes.
Where they
That are
number them.
recommended for EDs,
And
trying to
then-
get some of the athletic ones done and some of the ones we need for summer school. And then
Absolutely.
next board meeting, we'll finish up the ones we can, do that.
Accept the resignation of Greg Wildrook as our high school math instructor and athletic director. As well as the Northwest Ohio Education Service Center Mentor Program Agreement for 21-22. Our membership in the Ohio High School Athletic Association for grades 7 through 12 for 21-22 school year. And our Northwest Ohio Teacher and Paraprofessional Substitute List dated April 30th, 2021. All need to be approved. Do I have a motion? Have a motion by Anthony. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Shane. Question, comment? Call roll, Mr. Smelter.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer.
Yes.
Like to let Mr. White know we will be missed. We appreciate his service.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Another gentleman with a lot of pride in what he does. Takes a lot of time and effort to coordinate multiple different between education and athletics. Multitasking is not always easy, but you made it look good.
Or messed it up enough that it didn't look too bad. Yeah, thank you for all the support. And it's been very humbling to hear that parents and students come up and talk to me over the past week. So very thankful for everything.
I appreciate all you've done for the athletic department and how you've grown in that position. And how you've taken it on and taken a lot of pride, and it shows, and you're gonna be very well missed. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
very well
wish you-
missed, but certainly no hard feelings for your decision, by no
Certainly
means.
wish you all the luck going forward and that you're more and more successful as you move on.
Thank you.
And at this time, we're going on to the varsity coaches. Approvals. At this time, we are going to table ED 21, the head varsity cross-country coach, as well as ED 23, the girls' head varsity basketball coach, as we would like to see this opened up for internal and external opportunities for people to apply, and then we will take the recommendation and vote on that. But from now on, we would like to have the opportunity to put it out there, so nothing against either one of the individuals that were put here on this list, but we just want to put it out to the and see what's out there. And we think both of these are very good candidates, but we want to talk. We want to see what else may be around. So no offense to either one, but we will be addressing that at our next meeting.
Homer, if I could,
Yes,
just to further clarify, so when a head varsity position is vacated, then we'll be putting the posting internally and externally.
thank you for clarifying that part for me.
And sorry if I get interrupted again.
No,
And I might be speaking for myself, I don't know if I'm speaking for other board members, but I would encourage all head varsity coaches to have a parent meeting at the beginning of the season to lay out your expectations for your student athletes, to lay out your goals for the season, and follow up with that. Have periodic meetings throughout the season. Hopefully that could also create some relationship building between the parent and the coaches. And I would go back to Tim's one word, imagine. Imagine what could happen if we have buy-in from multiple levels. Parents, coaches, athletes.
absolutely.
I
All right,
want to agree with Lee on that. Communication is everything, and I've experienced it with my daughter. We need to communicate more with the parents, I feel. It's getting too much students, coach, that's all that communicates. And then you're on the hopes that the kid or the student brings it back to the parents. I think the coach needs to still be communicating with the parents on some level, whether it be once a week or, every other week or something, just giving them a little update of what's going on. And I think we've lost touch of that throughout the years. And like Lee said, that I think that'll help out a lot, getting that communication established with the parents.
anything else?
And also, as administration is looking for a new athletic director, we're going to also look to strengthen our evaluation process and expectations for the AD to then go forward with his or her coaches.
Okay, anything else? Anyone? All right, then. At this time, we need a one-year supplemental contract for Brandy Bailey as high school cheerleader advisor. ED 33. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Have a motion by Tim. Do I hear a second? I'm going with Shane. Sorry. Call roll, please.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Head indoor track coach, Doug Failer as head indoor track coach ED 49. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move.
Have a motion by Anthony. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Tim. Call roll, please.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Head varsity track coach ED 15, again Doug Failer. Do I have a motion?
Move.
A motion by Tim,
I'll second.
seconded by Lee. Call roll, please.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Next, boys head varsity basketball coach ED number 3, Chris Fiddler. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Have a motion by Shane. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Anthony. Call roll, please.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Girls head varsity softball coach ED 12, Joe Fiddler. I have a motion.
I'll move.
Have a motion by Anthony. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Lee. Call roll, please, Mr. Smelter.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane.
Yes.
Head varsity volleyball coach ED 28, Stacy Rolfe. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move.
I have a motion by Tim. I'm gonna second this one myself, just because I haven't done that for a while. I know there's plenty of others too. Call roll, please.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Boys head varsity baseball coach ED number 9, Mr. Eric Smeltzer. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Have a motion by Lee. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Shane. Call roll, please.
Homer,
Yes, sir.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Head varsity golf coach ED 19, Mr. Eric Smeltzer.
I'll move.
I have a motion by Tim. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Anthony. Call roll, please.
Tim,
Yes.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer.
Yes. Head varsity football coach ED number 37, Scott Thompson. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move.
Have a motion by Anthony,
I'll second.
seconded by Shane. Call roll, please.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
Is there a reason for another second executive session?
No.
Nope. Anybody else got a reason?
Not for executive. I had a couple questions. How's our school webpage coming? Is that gonna be up and running by next school year?
It will be up and running after the school year's over. We have it, I've seen it. Deb's got it all ready to go.
It will be
It
running.
will be running, yes.
next school year. Any word on our new school bus? Is that gonna be backlogged due to the
We haven't gotten any
COVID.
word when it's coming, so.
no delivery date?
not that I know of. I think we're hoping by June sometime. That way, I think it was June.
I honestly haven't heard the delivery date.
I think that was initially what it was, but we haven't really been told anything.
Eric, are you still on there? Do you happen to know a delivery date by chance?
Supposed to be the end of June is what he was still telling me a couple weeks ago.
And then I see bus 3 didn't get inspected, it was pulled out of service, so
Yes,
it's done being driven.
it's all done.
That's the one we're gonna use for spare parts, Eric, for a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna try to take some parts off of it and use it.
Yeah, I think it'd be smart for the
Probably get more out of it. that
pennies
way.
on a dollar you're gonna get on a trade in.
1,500.
Yeah,
Trade-in.
yeah,
That's
what's
crazy.
5 windows or something if we need it. All
Just
right.
telling you what it is. I'm not saying I agree with you.
Any other questions, comments? I'll-
Real quick, Homer,
Go for
just
it.
one
I'm
more
sorry.
thing I wanna just make sure we patronize all local businesses. I mean, and that we can. I know now we're fueling our buses out at Main Stop. I hope we can patronize the business north of town a little bit too. They all our local businesses treat us well, donate all the time to us, and if we can, I feel we should patronize them, you know, with our business, so. I just want everybody to keep that in mind. That's all I have.
Anyone else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will move.
Anthony, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Lee. Time, Mr. Smelter?
9:51.
Call the roll, please.
Anthony,
Yes.
Homer,
Yes?
Tim,
Yes, sir.
Shane,
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Thank you all for your time and effort.
Thank you, board, for all your support.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Think on that one.